Hello, this is Dylan Toe from Everlook Photography. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of how I would blend an image. So I'm basically going to just run you through my processes, talk you through it, see if we can do it in real time, show you that blending isn't really as hard as all that, hopefully. So I've got a scene here from Lake Oberon. I've manually bracketed this, starting it from a correct exposure from the sun. Next image, one stop brighter. Another image, one stop brighter. There's some flare here, so I'll put my finger over that. And what I've done is I've exported a version that's 0 to match what was done before, and then +1 EV to get some of the shadows showing up in the foreground. So in Lightroom, the cropping was all the same, and the white balance was all the same as well. So I'll get straight into what's going on in Photoshop. So I'll go from the darkest image. Now you might use Tony Kuiper's, but I've got my own created luminosity mask. Pick the next brightest image, which is this one. Copy and paste on top, and grab the, I reckon, darks 3. Okay, so make sure there's no kind of like overlay errors or anything like that. And you can see you can probably afford to have a little bit more of that foreground. So B, see all that white there? Use the overlay brush. Don't usually go at 100%, but I must have been doing something else earlier. Now around there, I'm not going to get too cute with it, but for the top, away from the transition, use the black. Alright, now, and that looks fairly kind of good there. So now I'll flatten it, I'll delete my masks, I'll create a new set of masks, get the next brightest image, which is this one, copy and paste. Once again, grab the darks, I reckon probably darks 2. Now you see it's washed out the sky a little bit, which is something you might not want to do. So I'm going to use the overlay brush for the foreground, with white. See what I'm doing. Have a look closer. And then the sky. How's that transition looking? All looking good. So that's that done. Now I'm going to delete the mask again. Create a new bunch of masks. Grab the flare free bit. Oh, I didn't quite get flare free, so I will have to correct that. Mask in that bit. Whoops, with a normal brush, not overlay anymore. and basically everything below that line I'm going to include. So get a white brush, and this is just manual now. Alright, and then grab that brighter one, even brighter one, and see if there's any shadow bits that I want to get a bit cleaner for shadows, and brush that in very kind of soft opacity, 20% or so, maybe the side of this mountain. Oops, not there. Alright, so let's start again. Back there. Get some directional light happening, maybe just one side of the rock here, and that side of the rock there. Leaving the rest in darkness, and some of these orange bits here, and you get the idea. Flatten it, and there we have the basic blend done. And so my aim for a blended image is to get the dynamic range that I want, and it can look flat because basically I don't want any highlight or shadow clipping after the blend, and then with further editing, reintroducing contrast, then I don't mind if there's a bit of black clipping or highlight clipping to enhance the contrast of the image.